Today we're going to learn about writing decimals as fractions. As I said in my previous video, you can translate any decimal to a fraction and you can translate any fraction to a decimal. Now, how do you write decimals in terms of fractions? Based on the last video, I told you that decimals have a place value, just like numbers before the decimal place also have a place value. So to the left of the decimal, this would be the hundreds. This would be the hundredths. And as you travel further to the right of the decimal point, the place value becomes a larger and larger number. So the third digit would be the thousandths. Here are the steps that you need to translate a decimal into a fraction. Right of the decimal is the numerator, and the last place value is the denominator. What does this mean? Let's take our first number here. So here's the decimal point, and so to the right of it, we first have the tenths. And then next we have the hundredths. So right of the decimal is the numerator. The decimal point is here, and the first digit is 0, and so we disregard it, and the second digit is 5. So that would be our numerator. And our last place value would be the denominator. So the place value of the 5 is hundredths. So it would be 100 in the denominator. So this is our first decimal converted into a fraction. Next up, we have 0.032. Right of the decimal is the numerator, disregarding zeros. So we start at the decimal point, disregard the first 0, and our number would be 32. So in the numerator, we have 32. And the last place value is the denominator. So from the decimal point, we have the tenths, hundredths, and thousandths. The last place value of our number is thousandths. So our denominator would be 1000. And this is our answer, 32 over 1000. Lastly, we have 6.76. Now, this is the first case in which we have a number before the decimal point. So what do we do with this number here? Well, assuming that the numbers after the decimal point will be a fraction, the number before the decimal point we know is a whole number. So we can just simply write 6 down as is. Right at the decimal, we have the numerator. So here's our decimal point, and we don't have any zeros, so we know our number is immediately 76. First place value is tenths, and second place value is hundredths. So it would be hundredths. So 76 over 100. And so our final number would be 6 and 76 over 100. Now this is a mixed number. And if we want to convert this into a fraction, this is the decimal written in fractional form.